Yo! Today I have a very short video, as per usual. I don't think long videos are necessary. And this video is particularly about my opinion on where units kind of rank. But the problem is I hate tier lists. I really despise tier lists, especially in games that are as flexible as this game. Since there's a lot of ways to approach this game. But I kind of tried to find a way to present my thoughts on where everything stands right now. And I will get a lot of people angry about this. You're already scanning through this whole thing in a minute, and you're like, oh, this guy has lost his marbles. He's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I should get put into this thing here, yeah? But I could not even disagree, honestly. Okay, so in all honesty, this was more a passion thing right now. You saw I stole things from Priden because I am not a particularly great fan from how Priden presents the data. It's they're doing the best approach with the old tier list system, but not the best one that I think is fair to all units. So we go over this one by one. I have the meta tier, and those are all the units that are currently, in my eyes, absolute meta in CN, and will be meta over the course of the next months. Centurion, great in crit teams. You can build a crit and she will be great, but you can also build her in a flat damage team, will also be great. Depends on how you structure Resonate. Well, one of, if not the best AoE carry you can have as of right now. Anli, one of the greatest supporters in the game. Still, she's extremely versatile with her buff that makes the team more tanky and put out more damage. She has basically a free rank. She has free rank ups on her cards, which makes it very easy to either stack on strong buffs to nuke if necessary, or how most people use her, to stack up on her stun card, so that she has free stuns. So she is versatile in boss fights as well as fights where you need the CC. Teferi, the greatest healer in the game, the strongest healer in the game, great debuffer, decent damage, must unit, most versatile unit in the game. All I can say about that. Blackdwarf, extremely underrated for what she actually is. She is the premier mineral damage dealer. Like, all mineral teams are usually structured around her because she is extremely versatile with her ult, and her overall damage is just great. Changeling, my beloved, my goddess, my queen. I don't know why it's always the D people, but I love her. Her damage scales of poison stacks on people, meaning Sotheby is a great combo with her. Her base damage overall is great, great versatility. She gives out debuffs when joining a fight. Great unit, I love her. Melania, the biggest trap in the whole game. She looks great on paper until you realize you need at least 2 dupes to have her on the same level as all of the other units in this. She needs P2 to be on the same level as those units, otherwise she drops into filler or secondary, honestly. Probably secondary, because filler isn't really about carry. But if she's P2, her damage is crazy. Her single target damage is probably the highest in the game. and her uptime with it is great. It's just that she she needs a lot of support around her to work. But that's it. That's all there is. Great unit. And here the one of the most controversial takes I've done until now, except for probably this one. A knight in meta? Yes. Hear me out. He is the premier AoE damage dealer, secondary damage dealer, and can be used as a carry. His damage is bonkers, especially later on when stages have multiple so basically some stages have multiple steps, and you can work through those steps. You can kill multiple guys over the course of the overall fight. So let's say it's 7 stages, and you go through stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. You can stack up on let's say you have a hopscotch, and you stack up on it, and he gets stronger and stronger and stronger. A Knight, goated. I love him. And here comes the boy that, in my eyes, is better than Pickles. His damage is better. His support is great. His utility is goated. His synergy with Blackdwarf, insane. But he's extremely versatile, can be put into pretty much any team. Maybe not crit. Crit is a different thing, but I don't think highly about crit anyway, except if it's Centurion or based on like a 37. He mice is meta. You can hate me for it. You can tell me no. It's my opinion. And maybe this Tierlist isn't 100% what the game really reflects. So is Pride, and so is maybe the community Tierlist of the Discord. I'm just giving out opinions for people to, I don't know, figure things out for themselves. Just hear opinions about people. It's pretty important. Pickles. So, sorry, I'm skipping a few things. Filler. This is not simply, oh, they're worse than those units. No, that's not what I said. Those units are filled into teams that those units are in. They're not the premier units in those teams. Teams are not structured around those units. Maybe you can make an argument that you could make a solo Eternity team, but that's for stages that are very easy regardless. There's some raids where Eternity kind of pops off, but Blackdwarf does the same but better with a team around her. I don't know. Just my opinion. Yeah. Okay, so filler units. Pickle. What can I say? He is a great support unit. He provides great DPS. Just not on a level where I would say that he is comparable to those units. He's great. He's probably best in slot for Blackdwarf, for Blackdwarf team. But I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I'll put in that for passion. 37. Really strong unit. Is more secondary DPS. Usually is filled into crit teams. And yeah, it's a filler unit for crit teams. What can I say about it? Cornbloom goes into poison teams, goes into Blackdwarf sometimes. Great with A Knight because of the AoE debuff. Great with Melania for nuking setups. Overall, probably one of the best utility damage dealers in. Yeah, honestly, Cornbloom over Pickles if you want a utility unit in your team. Very hard take as well. Probably getting hate for that as well. Metz Pocket. Everybody knows Metz Pocket. His 1-star heals give a lot of value with his shield. Great synergy with all of those units except for Two Fairy, because Two Fairy is him but better or a bit different. Usually she heals so much that you don't even need like a shield. Yeah, you get more value out of her heal than out of his shield when he heals up. A Voyager, premier support for crit teams. Sotheby, my beloved, my queen, goes into poison team. The second cornerstone of any poison team. Changeling Sotheby. This combo is the combo. This makes CN meta. Sotheby, Changeling, really strong. Eternity, what can I say? Everybody's like, oh, she's falling off later on. Yes, she does fall off later on as a prime carry for a whole team, but she's still really good as a secondary damage dealer. She is really good if you need any like what's called anti-heal. Nasty Wound is really strong. People forget that she has debuffs on her. They just see big numbers right now because the content is too easy. Druvis is in secondary because I don't think she is she is a real meta unit, and I also don't think she fills into any team. So she's put in secondary here. Secondary just means a secondary team that you should build up for niche content, or if you need a damage healer for a certain type. You see the pattern is pretty clear. Star, star, star. Why do I hate star units? Why do I hate crits? Why do I hate Charlie? I don't hate them. They're really good, especially Charlie. Charlie's probably the strongest out of those. Pretty funny, isn't it? But Charlie is not meta, I would say. The thing is, if you want a unit, if you want a team that needs star damage, why not go for 47? Secondary is fine if you go for a team that includes those units. It's really strong and it will be strong until late, but it's not on par with combinations that are done with those units. I will be hated for this. I will get a lot of hate for this, and I'm very aware, but I don't care. Ganja, great support unit. Goes into poison if you don't have Sotheby. Can also be put into poison even with Sotheby. Great synergy. But isn't mandatory. I prefer the Sotheby Changeling with the Clone Bloom, and if you can get another unit inside, Tooth Fairy. Necrologist, obviously very well known, the only unit that really revives. Great utility, just good to have if you have any content that requires you to have a unit be alive for longer than you actually would. Really nice if you want to cheese some stages. Same with Druvis. Druvis is more cheese unit. There's probably some combos with 6 later on that make her really strong, but until then, not really. Not really big fan. Dike is I mean, everybody owns him obviously because of the login. Just a secondary healer, and his damage isn't great. It's just it's like it's just boring. It's such a boring unit. His heal isn't the best. His damage isn't the best. He's just there for if you don't want to be ashamed for using Lasurs. That's it. And last one is pretty self-explanatory. Just my honest take on those units. No bias intended, obviously. It's just an objective thing right here. And I hope you dislike this video. Just please do so. I would appreciate it. But if you do so, please also consider a like and a subscribe.